Where's the note?
When it comes.
Go buy crib. Oh yeah, what's going on, people? Welcome back to another episode of the O.O.C. And boy, do we got a hell of a show for you tonight. Usually we have 3 topics, but tonight we got one. We got one topic tonight, and that shit is gonna run us through the whole show. I can guarantee you that. Roberto, tell the people where they can find you, sir.
Right here, anxiously waiting this Wednesday, 9 o'clock, to talk and get some shit off of my chest with my boys down. Big up Ford, JG. Let's do this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. JG, you know exactly what to do, brother.
Shaolin terrific.
Wait, hold on. You got to start over because I actually kicked you out instead of bringing you up. My bad.
See, I wasn't even gonna do any blasphemy tonight, but they already started. JG
Yeah,
Shaolin terrific.
I should have left your ass out there then.
Here we go.
JG Shaolin terrific, the undefeated, undisputed final boss of the 36 Champions of Shaolin. Wire! Thank you all for tuning in live Wednesday night on the O.O.C. with the host Nzo, aka the Abbott, and the Osiris of the Sheed Spliff King, the Professor of Gunja, alongside the co-host Roberto, aka Mr. 100, aka No Trouble Did Anything Going to be Irie. No woman, no cry. And of course, I want to apologize for everyone who suffered through that Daredevil watch party me and Superwise did, the most boring show on Disney Plus right now. But please make sure you check us out next week with me, Hermano de Otro Madre, participate in the Nueva York Superwise. And of course, check out the man, the myth.
Okay, he's not here, so we're not doing that tonight.
It has to stop, man. We got enough hate to talk about today. Oh my God.
This time you're on point for it.
We got enough hate we're gonna talk about right tonight.
My bad, JG. Go ahead.
I don't even want to do it now. I don't want to do it. Let's go ahead and start. Let's get this started. Let's go.
What's popping, Tony? What's up, Eli? What's up, Dewan? Thank you guys for popping in. You know how we do it. O.O.C. Before we get into the topics and the hate and all of that shit, I got some jokes. This one is specifically from my homeboy Roberto. Check this one out.
I know that strength from anywhere.
Hold on. Bring back.
Thank you. I know that strength from anywhere. You can't trick me with that strength. That strength is crackhead strength. I see crackhead. That is a crackhead strength. Only a crackhead have strength like that. Superman though stronger than a crackhead, you know. Some things I see crackhead do that have to be crackhead energy. That him just take a ball of coke and just ready to go. Every neighborhood have a crackhead just like this. I promise you. That is superhuman strength. I don't think you realize what that is, you know. I don't think we understand. So that is the engine of a car. I don't care what car it is. That is the engine of a car. It's oh no, that strength.
There you go. What up, Chris? What's going on, brother? Thank you for popping in. Much appreciated.
Did he say crackhead strength? What is he talking about?
Yeah, crackhead strength.
Okay, making sure.
Is this Captain America joining us tonight?
Yes.
Yes, Captain America
Oh
wants to
God,
come
can we get a
in.
word in tonight?
The Americans, American.
I got another one for you guys. This one is for JG because I know JG be doing this.
Part 1. When gal pum pum good, man have to journey for that. Man take a Uber and the Uber stuck in a traffic, so man have to journey for that. Because we have a pum pum apartment, and because the pum pum good, we cannot miss the apartment. Even in a rain, snow, bushes, we have to meet that apartment. Scope out the area and make sure say we get there good. We don't care if Maka joke we or anything. From pum pum good, we are gonna make that apartment. We are gonna make that apartment. Because the pum pum good. Every man who love pum pum know about this pum pum journey. We don't care. We now miss that apartment. Alright, boom. Look tired, look a bit, but guess what? The journey still continues. Because we're not missing the pum pum apartment. We're not missing the pum pum apartment. Alright, here we go. Don't care, get up. Get up. Think about the pum pum. Think about the apartment. Don't be late. Don't be late. Keep it going. I'm coming, pum pum. I'm coming, pum pum. I'm coming, pum pum.
I will not confirm or deny.
Yeah, we don't know, JG. It's all good. It's all good.
Hey, we've all been through many journeys to get to that. I'm just saying.
Facts, 100%. We have absolutely. All right, guys. So as you see in the title, we have something very important to discuss. And yes, I put in the title: Has Donald Trump lost his fucking mind? I didn't put the fucking because they probably would have limited any shit, so I had to just put lost his mind. Let me ask you guys this question first. I'll start Roberto, then Chris, then JG. Roberto, has Trump lost his mind?
You hear that silence?
Yeah, I do.
That's exactly what that goes on in that man's head. That man has lost his mind.
Facts. Chris, has Donald Trump lost his mind?
I think Chris stepped out for a minute.
Oh, did he?
You
Okay.
gotta jump in and step out. What the hell is that? Has he lost his mind? Like Roberto said, you hear the silence? I don't know what his end goal is. I can assume what it is, but his methods of going about it, I don't know.
Since you guys were silent, let me speak it for you guys. Hold on. Let me refresh that again.
Oh, he's banned from everywhere, huh?
I'm going to say one thing. Fuck Trump.
One more
I'm
time.
going to say one thing. Fuck Trump.
De Niro is banned everywhere, dog.
Hey,
Well, he's the one saying he's gonna move out the country. He's still here, so hey.
That implies he had a mind to start with. I am right there with you. Right there with you. All right. So the first things we are going to start off today with, and because I think it was very important, is that Trump had a meeting with Zelenskyy, and that shit did not go very well. Now, Roberto sent me a message and he was like, I can't stand JD Vance. And you know what? I am right there fucking with you. I do not like that guy whatsoever, bro. He seems like he's just this wannabe fucking Trump clone. And it's just like, yo, dude, shut the fuck up. So
Thank you very much.
You know what I mean?
Thank you very much, Nzo, because every time I see this man, that's exactly what comes to thought. Shut the fuck up.
Facts.
I don't know if you're trying to set a new trend of what a vice president's supposed to be, but if you watch all past vice presidents, you won't see them because they're not there.
Facts.
They're in the back, waiting for their chance. This fucking cheerleader.
100%. JG, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, man. That whole meeting, I'll say for me, the difference between those two. I don't like either one of them, but I feel like I can at least get a word in with Trump every now and then. JD Vance, that whole meeting went all haywire as soon as he opened his mouth. As soon as he started opening his mouth, asking loaded ass questions to a guy whose English isn't the best, Dude, I cannot stand it. I want to slap him the whole time.
Let's get into the video. Listen, this is exactly what happened, all right? For those of you who haven't seen. And it's funny too, because I was just on YouTube and I was like, oh, he's having a meeting with Zelenskyy. All right, let me see how this goes. And I popped in right as this shit was popping off. So let's listen. Hopefully this is the right video.
I want to get the thing set. I'm aligned with you. You can deal with that kind of hate. He's got tremendous hatred. And I understand that, but I can tell you the other side isn't exactly in love with, him either. So it's not a question of alignment. I'm aligned with the world. I want to get the thing set. I'm aligned with Europe. I want to see if we can get this thing done. You want me to be tough? I could be tougher than any human being you've ever seen. I'd be so tough.
He's so fucking stupid. He's so fucking dumb, bro.
America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and
see, this is unnecessary to me.
Chunk of the country.
Right.
The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the president of the United States' words mattered more than the president of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Oh, cheerleader.
Yeah.
Okay. So he occupied it, our.
And then I want to play
big
something
parts
right
of
after
Ukraine,
before,
parts
yeah.
of East and
'Cause
Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014. So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact
2015.
2014.
2014 and 2015.
2014.
Yeah. So
I
killed.
was not here.
Yeah, but
That's exactly right.
Yes, but during 2014
guy's
till
a fool.
2022, the situation the same. The people are been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president. In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire. All of them told me that he will never go. We signed with him with gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What?
So I'm going to pause it there real quick because he's not asking a crazy question. He's pretty much saying, listen, we've done this before. We signed deals. We tried to get ceasefires going and it hasn't worked. So what kind of diplomacy are you talking about? Now, before I get to you guys and before I get to Trump's answer, I'm going to show this. All right? Listen to this. Shit. Play the video. It's pretty short, so you guys don't have to worry, but they asked him a question.
Just saying that your foreign policy is largely in line.
Oh, Biden. He says, oh, Biden. Here,
Hold
play
on.
this clip.
Question from Russia saying that your foreign policy is largely in line with their vision. Should that be concerning to Americans?
Said what?
Should that be concerning to Americans?
Read the statement.
That Russia says that your administration's foreign policy is, quote, largely in line with their vision.
Russia's policies are in line with American policies. That's coming out of Russia. That shit is crazy.
And that's on Fox News,
Yes,
not CNN,
yes,
not CNBC,
yes.
Fox News, the other
Yes.
cheerleading part of Trump.
Facts, 100%. And, Russia's a dictatorship. So what are we talking about here?
Nzo,
You know-
I told you, this man's going to try and stay in that seat forever.
Not only is he going to try and, bro, I hate to get into the conspiracy theories because I'm like, the New World Order shit. I'm like, that shit'll never work because China and Russia are not aligned with the US. But with Trump being there, it seems like Trump is aligned with Ukraine with Russia. And what Trump is doing now by taking away all the funding to Ukraine and using this bullshit excuse because he wants the minerals over there, right? He wants the minerals in Ukraine. That's the deal he wants to make, is to get these rare minerals over there. So what he's doing is he's withdrawing all funding to Ukraine, which is going to give Russia the win. So you are pretty much giving Ukraine to Russia. That's crazy. Go ahead with your thoughts, JG.
Well,
American.
well, I'm trying to think of what to say on this one. I remember once we were on this, we did a stream. We talked about how we're giving all these resources and funding to Ukraine, right? And we questioned it way back then. Now it seems like Trump is saying, "Hey, because he's going to say, I'm sure you're going to play it. What he says, under a stupid president, Biden gave $350 billion, right, in terms of money, weaponry, and all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, we're going to give all this stuff. We need to get something in return. Which in business, that's usually how it goes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And politics is a business. Diplomacy is a business. With that said, Russia, for a lot of people, including myself, has been an enemy to the United States.
Since I've been born.
Yes, since I've been born. So why give an enemy an upper hand like that? I don't understand.
So why is the United States problem? Why is the United States a giant ATM for the world? So first off, the USA is the superpower of the world, supposedly. They're not the ATM of the world. But what you got to understand is what Russia's plan is, right? Russia wants Ukraine. They don't just want the minerals. Where do you think they go after Ukraine? They go for Poland, right? So it's not just to sit there and say that this is going to end with Ukraine. It's not. Russia needs to be stopped. That is a dangerous situation that we have going there. Not to mention the fact that they are in cahoots with fucking North Korea. That is
China. Don't forget them.
That is crazy, bro. That is some scary shit, right? And yes, I get why. I understand why the U.S. ain't sending troops over there, because Putin said if America sends troops over there, the UN, if they send troops over there, it's nuclear wartime, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what you have to do then is you have to try to fund Ukraine to win the war. They've done it to many. It's not the first time they've done it, right? Afghanistan, right? All these other when they were fighting with Russia, who funded them? The United States, right? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. And that's what they've been doing. They've always been doing that. But now all of a sudden, Trump is in office, and it's like, well, you know what? He literally says Putin's a good man. Hold on, let me play the clip for you, because I got another one. But Chris,
well, he said Kim Jong-un was a good man after the fact too. So the man is, I don't know what he's doing. I just don't know. Chris, your thoughts real quick.
Well, I think JJ said it. Diplomacy is a business, and in the United States, it's always a fine line. You got to watch what you say and who you work with, and and as you say, we're a superpower, so we have to sit there and we kind of got to play both sides to an extent. But what happened in the Oval Office it's like watching a toddler argue about a parent taking a toy. we just showed that we have a hot-headed president who has no self-control. He can still feel the way he feels, the way we saw the things they said. He can still feel that way. But when you're in front of a camera with the leader of another country, That's not what you do in camera. You handle that behind the scenes. He could have acted like this behind the scenes, and even if it came out, nobody would have said anything. There have been plenty of presidents who have dressed down leaders of states from other countries after the fact. But when you're in this particular type of situation, you need to play neutral. And the fact that they brought in certain reporters to ask pointless questions that are all on the side of Trump, it was everybody against Zelenskyy. And that's the whole point of doing this. It was horrible. It's a horrible look for the United States. And say what you want about Trump. I don't care. Whatever you want to say, I don't care. But you don't act like this. And then add in what Vance did. Vance sits there and says, when Zelenskyy says, well, we're doing this and this is what's going on in this country. First, Vance tries to play the part of, well, I know what's going on because I've watched videos. And then Vance goes back and says a different thing in the sense of he basically, Vance acted like he knew what he was talking about. And it's obvious he doesn't, because he talks about, I've seen videos. Well, listen, videos, and we've talked about this on other things that you and I have been on Nzo. Videos only show what the people who make the video wanted to show.
Yeah, 100%.
So this guy, do you think Vance is going to look at all the different videos about this? The people that are pro-Ukraine, the people who are against Ukraine? Do you think he's going to look at both sides? No, he's going to look at the side that supports what he believes.
100%.
Yeah.
What up, Danny? How you doing?
And I was going to say one more thing, piggyback on what Chris said.
Yeah.
I don't think they expected Zelenskyy. I really think that they thought Zelenskyy was going to back down.
Mm-hmm.
When they were trying to go at him. And Zelenskyy didn't. I think what I wish is Zelenskyy would, because Zelenskyy asked Vance the question was Chris was talking about. Have you been to the Ukraine?
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that.
And I swear JD Vance about to lie and say he has.
Yeah, he was.
Zelenskyy cut him off.
Yeah,
so he was able to kind of regroup. He says, "Have you been to Ukraine?" He goes, "I have been." Have you seen? He said, "No." Well, I have seen.
Seen the video.
Oh, which Zelenskyy had to cut him off. But go ahead.
And we know about the videos that they watch, right? The Haitians eating the cats type of videos. You know what I mean? What's up, Danny?
Hey, what's up, man? Making no fuss. What's going on with you?
Danny?
Doing good. I'm just glad.
Your mic is funky, Nzo.
Oh, is it? Okay, I gotta fix that. I had a feeling.
Oh, that onion juice he brushed his teeth with.
Fuck you say, JG.
You cut off my intro, I'm getting back at you.
All right, no problem. I got you. So I just lost the screen. Hold on. So we're gonna get back into this, right? Because now we're gonna. Roberto, you have anything to say first?
Just sitting back, holding back, because I recall sending you a message saying how this shit started a fight in my household.
Yeah, I want to know where that came. We got to hear that story, bro.
Well, this little meeting here, I know me personally, I can only speak for myself. But if I was Zelenskyy walking in the room, seeing that I'm outnumbered, this is a setup. That's the first thing that's coming to my mind. This is a setup. My heartbeat's going to be beating irregular. I'm going to be on full guard. For anyone to see this and not see that this is a man being bullied, if you couldn't see that, then you're part of the problem.
100%.
Because I get so frustrated I could barely fucking talk that to think, Nzo, 10 years ago, could we even think that something like this could have happened?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I would say that things like this, because I think Chris alluded to this, these things happen all the time. You just hadn't seen it in front of camera like
TV.
this.
Not on TV like this. First
That's
of
what
all,
I'm saying, not on TV like this.
I don't recall any dignitary coming to visit the president of the U.S. and I see the vice president there.
No, that's That's what I was saying, is that this doesn't happen on TV. This happens in the Oval Office with the doors closed and nobody there.
Yeah.
And to say it doesn't is being kind of
no, 100% it does.
But this doesn't happen on TV. You don't do this on TV. No, you just don't.
Well, and why is it on TV? Because Trump is an actor.
Right?
He
even said he want Nzo at the end of this fucking thing. He even said it. You see, that's why I let it run. That's why he more or less said this is why I set it up like this.
Watch. Let's
so
listen.
Everybody could see.
First off, Danny, what are your thoughts, real quick?
I've always said it. Trump is not presidential. I just think when you're in a certain position and you represent the country, you may not agree with it, but that's what you can use your words for. He doesn't use his words correctly. He uses his words, and he has a bully mentality. And what I really hate about this is that his perception is making all Americans look bad, and it's not the fact. The case in point, if you look at it through this lens, there are certain demographics that believe that all blacks are a certain way. All blacks lazy, not on time, The same thing is Trump is doing dumb stuff, but some people are saying, well, I hate Americans. I hate America. America is this. It's not all of us. All of us didn't vote for President Trump, but he's that rotten apple in the bunch that's in the barrel that's spoiling the bunch, and it's unfortunate. And I just hope that the two things that come to mind: if you give enough rope, they're gonna hang themselves. And another saying that comes to mind is it's gonna get worse before it gets better. So right now we are going through worse. This is rock bottom,
and
but
Trump
I think it's going to get better. And I think he's going to get enough rope, and he's going to hang himself.
I hope so too, and we're going to get to the other videos too, because Trump is a bold-faced liar. And don't worry, you guys in the chat, we're going to get to your comments there. Paul, I see you in there too. We're definitely going to get to those comments and give our thoughts on them as well. So stick around. But here's where I was like, what's wrong with this dude, right?
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine to see what problems we have?
I have been to.
See right there.
Yeah. He was about to say, I have been to Ukraine.
People, you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you have problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful?
I'm going to give you the part with Trump. Watch. Drives me
the destruction of your country.
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning. Sure. First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future.
100%.
God bless you. God bless. You will not have war.
Don't tell us how we're going to feel.
We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's exactly what you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
Feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards.
Are we? Okay, so are we fucking forgetting, right? You're not in a good position. Are we forgetting it was Russia that fucking invaded Ukraine?
Well, again,
but I think he's trying to say they're not in a good position because they're losing this war.
No, I know that. But Trump is because he ends up saying you're going to cause World War III, and I'm like, God, are you forgetting Russia was the one that did and let me get to this video real quick.
Side of the aisle agrees with the obvious fact that Vladimir Putin ordered the filthy, bloody, imperialistic invasion of Ukraine. And in fact, at the time, Donald Trump as president never denied it. In fact, he praised it. He said it was, quote, an act of genius when Putin ordered the invasion of Ukraine.
What are we talking about here?
Well, when someone says an act of genius, right, it depends on how you take it. Not saying Trump is right in saying it before I finish. An act of genius could be, someone who does something that's so just outrageous, like, damn, that was actually smart the way they did it, even though it was messed up. Right? Like, damn.
Yeah,
how
no,
could they
I
have
hear
thought
what
of doing
you're saying.
something like I think that may be where Trump is going. I don't know. Let's be in devil's advocate here. But, like we're saying here, you can say something and someone can spin it any way they want. Because we don't particularly like this man, whatever he says, we may take it a certain way.
I think that's a good point.
And if it was somebody that we do like, we may take it a different way.
I think that's how he gets away with a lot of what he does, is because enough people can sit there and say, hey,
He didn't mean it that way.
Yeah, exactly. And it's hard to prove, because here's the kicker for the people who defend him and say, I don't think that's what he meant. Well, it's because he doesn't know how to speak, and he's kind of stupid on how he speaks. He uses simple words. He talks to everybody like he's the only one that knows anything, and everybody else is stupid. And the proof of that is, don't worry about this plan. This plan is great. It's the best plan ever. It's going to be the best thing you've ever seen, and it's going to fix everything because it's great. I mean, I'm surprised nobody's done this before because it's so genius. And what does he mean by that? He doesn't mean anything. He doesn't tell you what he's going to do, and when he does it, it's too late to even try to do anything.
Did you watch his conference yesterday where he blamed the rising price of eggs on Biden?
Well, of course he did. Why wouldn't he?
Yeah, Biden was president during the time, so
no, he wasn't.
President comes.
No,
what I'm
he
saying
wasn't.
is, just listen for a second. Listen for a second. I'm not saying he's responsible. I'm saying as the prices were going up, he's president during that time, so he will be blamed for it.
No,
that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying Trump is right in what he said.
No, what I'm saying is
bird flu is what causes it.
Exactly, and that happened after he was out of office. Trump was in office, so that's why it's different. Now, if you want to talk about the way the inflation is going and price of food has went up, then yes, 100%. But when the egg shit happened, it was because of the bird flu, which was because was what happened when Trump was in power, not Biden. So for you to put that into your little speech and talk about it shows straight up you are a bold-faced fucking liar.
But that's what he always does, because he says, even in this video right here, he said he refers to Biden doing something that was idiotic, and he said something about his son as well. So it's like what like Chris said, he does not have a good command of the English language. He used very elementary words and phrasing and stuff, and Chris did a perfect example. Like, it was genius, it's marvelous, it's fantastic, but he never really sits down and can break it down and tell us exactly what it was. My biggest, well, not biggest, but one I've always hung my hat on about Trump is he's not presidential. He is not presidential. And when you be in this spot, and you can like Obama, not like Obama, you can like Clinton, not like Clinton. They were well spoken. They maybe was FOS, but when they spoke, it was comprehensible. You could understand it, and it seemed like they actually cared about people as a whole. He doesn't seem to care about people. He just if Tuesday I wake up and I want to wear orange hat, I'm gonna wear orange hat. Wednesday I'm gonna go away from orange hat. Say I hate orange, I'm gonna wear a burgundy hat, and it's whatever he wakes up seems to be the flavor of the day. And and like I said earlier, it's gonna get worse before it gets better. So right now we're going through really worse. I think we're at the bottom of the barrel.
I think a point that I always have been making recently is there's been no president who has come in after his first week and his first approval ratings have come out, where his first approval ratings of his second term were worse than his worst approval ratings of his first term. He most people when they get elected are going to be about 60%. Because nobody's really sure what he's going to do or and if it ever happens, and probably will someday, or she will do. But nobody knows what the president's really going to do until they're in there, and a week normally isn't enough. What's maddening about that is the people who voted for him obviously don't like him.
Nope.
So
Yeah.
what does that tell you right now? It's crazy because it's like
the okie doke. That's what it's telling me, Chris.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Roberto, so you said the argument, right? What was on this video here?
No, because there was this guy, because they say CNN is the Democrats news network, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what they say.
And they have this guy on there, and this guy is a cleaner version of JD.
Okay.
Like, you could see his face when people are bringing up facts of Trump's idiotic things he does, and he's making these faces like he can't wait to speak, and he demeans everybody with his intellectual way of talking. But there's so many of these clonies out there, and they're all getting the headlines that I'm going to have to stop watching the news, or I'm going to fucking be an angry man running around. I swear to God. Because it doesn't make sense that this is happening. Every time I watch the news, they're giving the impression, and I don't know if it was Chris or Danny who said, I think it was Danny, that it's not all Americans. I talked to JG in the back room, and I said, this topic could come off like it's us against them.
Facts.
And it's not our choice. We didn't choose to do it. Like, I have to cancel all subscriptions I have in the US, not because of the tariff, because I don't want to pay double.
Mm-hmm.
Our dollar ain't worth shit right now to you guys.
Is it true they're taking away all the American liquor and beer and stuff?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's even more ironic, Danny, that Trump could come on TV after Trudeau retaliates and says he's going to put tariffs. Not even 2-3 hours later, I seen Trump on one of his fucking wherever his streams are, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Trudeau, you're putting tariffs on me now. I'm going to put even more tariffs on you."
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, hold on, is this some schoolyard fight?
That's
It is.
what it. But what?
Well,
I don't know about y'all, but we're gonna get short end of stick in two.
We're
two
both
ways.
going to get it, Danny. We're both going to get it.
Yeah, but I'm saying I know our side because y'all have the lumber, we have the lumber, but we don't have the mills to do it. So what's going to happen is houses are going to go through the roof like you've never seen before. Second thing, some of these countries that are on the northern part of the country, these states, some of them are dependent upon your power. And I said one of y'all prime ministers said he's going to cut it off and have a smile on his face.
I got that. I got that clip.
Just imagine he cuts off New York, upper state New York, man. I don't know what he's doing, man.
And you know what? To be honest with you, I said it when he said it. I said, yeah, do it. 100%. Cut it off because you're not going to come here. So we've been allies with America for as long as I can remember. All right. Trump is going crazy and complaining about this bad fucking deal, right? That was signed. You know who signed that deal? Trump did. Trump signed the deal. So he sits there on TV and talks about, oh, I don't know who signed this deal because this is a very bad deal for America. Like, this deal is bad. Mother, you were the one who signed the deal.
A narcissistic hypocrite.
You know what I mean?
There's such a thing.
You signed the fucking deal.
I
Oh,
can
Danny,
see
here's the video, Danny.
Good Lord.
Yep. Taking all American alcohol off of the
There's
show.
some mad Canadians over there now, boy.
What? But it's not even that, Danny. It's what do you want us to do? Someone stepping on your throat. You could fight for your life, or you could die.
We your brothers. We'll send you some over there for a small tariff fee.
And you know what's funny though? And Roberto said it about a week or two ago, and I'm saying it again, bro. I am proud to be Canadian right now. I'm proud to be like, we are not going to let this. I don't know what Trump was thinking, like, oh, we're going to put tariffs on and Canada's just going to fucking, submit. And we didn't. And we're not. Right. And pretty much most of the premiers, most of them are all in. I think it's only Alberta that said they didn't want to do anything, but most of them are in all together. You know what I mean? Like we're all together in this. So Quebec.
But it don't matter about being a proud Canadian or American. We are the middle class is one that's gonna suffer.
Well,
100%.
The whole thing here is that if he had done what he said he was going to do in the first term, which was make America first, we would be prepared a little better.
Yeah.
To put these tariffs out there. And I said that when he got elected. Everybody was like, well, he's going to do this and this. And I said, yeah, but we're not prepared for that as a country. It's not. I mean, and then he makes concessions in certain places. Like he just gave the big three automakers the okay to continue their production
for a month. Yes, without the tariffs. Why?
Exactly.
For a month, only for a month.
But yeah, I know, only for a month. But still, that's a month. It's like so. And again, like the job cuts and stuff like that. I tell people, do you notice the job cuts aren't really anywhere where it makes sense because it's only in places that he's had a problem with: the FBI, the Department of Defense, and the IRS. All three of which he's had a problem with.
And here's the thing:
did he fire all of them?
A bunch of them.
Yeah. And here's the thing: Trump he's been using this fentanyl excuse, right? That's the excuse for why he wants to put tariffs on Canada.
You guys up there in Canada gave us a whole 46 pounds last year. It's horrible.
You know what I'm saying? Less than 1% of fentanyl comes through Canada. Less than 1%.
Oh,
so
that
that's
comes
not
that comes from my southern part of the North America. We know that.
Exactly. But yet, so again, why are you doing this? Right?
That's his lead, Nzo. That's his lead to drop a tariff on you. China, you're sending fentanyl. Here's a tariff. Canada, here, hey, what? Mexico,
No.
yeah, you too. Here's a tariff.
But what Trudeau and all of them are saying, it's because he pretty much wants Canada to be the 51st state.
I don't think it's that. I think that Trump is doing this is like a magic act. He's doing all this stuff right here to distract us. Get us all worked up, and he doing something
from
sneaky,
what's really going on.
Something sneaky, and when it spring it's gonna be too late.
But it's gonna come out.
Right now, this is smoke and mirrors.
I can see that, Danny. Right? I can see that. Making deals with Russia, 100%. I could definitely see something like that being the case. So let's go through the comments real quick. The U.S. and Europe promised to protect Ukraine when they gave up their nukes after the fall of the USSR. That is correct. A lot of the Republicans are spreading Russian talking points. Oh, and here's the thing, and I got a clip for that too. Jasmine Crockett is literally in the Senate, in the House, wherever it's Senate, and literally is asking the Republicans, any Republican, to say that, Russia invaded Ukraine. And not one of them said a fucking word.
Oh.
Not one, bro. It's crazy. Putin has launched a ballistic missile strike on a hotel filled with innocent civilians in Kharkiv, Ukraine. Yeah, he's
hospitals, schools.
Facts, bro. Facts. That's 100% is a genocide that's going on over there.
No, that's not war.
That's a genocide. Yeah, that's a genocide, Roberto. That's a 100%.
If that's war, then why do war crimes exist, or do they exist anymore? People they get so powerful that war crimes don't exist anymore. They want to throw war crimes accusations on Putin, but do nothing. They throw it on the Israeli prime minister. They do nothing. But when the Nazis, they fucking hunted them down and persecuted all of them one by one till they reached 90, 100 years old. They chased them down. But now, no cojones.
Facts. Attacks come just hours after Trump's halt the sharing of intelligence with Ukraine, intel that may have directly impacted their defensive operations. Yeah, 100%. He's taking everything away. So what Trump is basically doing is he's giving he's giving Ukraine to Russia. That's exactly what he's doing. And then he wants to go after Greenland? Wait a minute. So what are you going to do? Are you going to invade Greenland? Is that what you're planning on doing? Because he did say we are going to get Greenland one way or another.
He said he'll use force if he has to.
So who the fuck does that sound like to you?
The guy he's trying to be.
You know what I mean? Trump will be in power until he dies. So maybe another year or so, dude is falling apart. Said, why is the United States problem? Why is the United States a giant ATM for the world?
Listen,
I think I answered that, but go ahead.
Some of the things that Trump does, or some of his mandates that he wants to put into play, I do agree with some of them, you know, because I know we were on a show, like JG said not too long ago, where we said, let's stop sending money abroad, fix here, and when here is fixed, then we help others. You can't be broken and help others, because then you have two broken. But the way he goes about doing it is like, again, he said, businessman. I don't see, you know, Trump, they had this guy from Harvard. He's a professor in negotiating. And he said there's two ways to negotiate. I forgot the terms he used. But Trump's concept of negotiating is not negotiating. His way of negotiating, there's a winner and a loser. So Trump wants to win all the time.
Yeah.
And that's a bully, because, you know, what's to say the person on the other side saying, I ain't getting nothing out of this, I don't want to do it. Do it or else. That's basically what he did to Zelenskyy.
Yeah.
They didn't include him when they met to discuss this before. They excluded him. And then they come with an agreement and say, sign it. What is that? What is that?
And the signing of the deal gives America access to the minerals there in Ukraine, right? And it seemed to me like if they didn't have that argument, that Zelenskyy would have actually signed that deal, right? But, you know, not only did they have that argument, he got kicked out of the White House.
Who's that guy that got kicked out?
Zelenskyy.
No, I'm talking about that brother who got kicked out.
Oh, Al Green last night. Al Green. That's another thing too, right? Elon Musk had a post on Twitter where he said Social Security is a Ponzi scheme. So you guys better watch out. They may try to take away your Social Security away from you. The Republicans are the majority in the Senate. So whatever, if they all agree with what Trump wants to do, he has no problems getting executive orders and bills passed. Because
did you say
run it.
Alfonso?
Well, when? Yeah, when?
Yeah, because you know with Trump, you don't do it, you're fired.
Yeah. 100%.
So everybody knows that's under him. If you don't do what you're supposed to do, you're fired. You're out of there.
We've seen it in the show. You know what I mean? You've seen it in The Apprentice. Russia has been undermining Western. Okay, I read that one already. I do apologize. Just trying to go through the comments. Biden, I read that one too. North Korea soldiers are fighting alongside the Russians. Yes, they are. Right. 100%. JD Vance is a distraction. Yeah, Danny did say that already. They can't win. The U.S. and Europe pushing for Ukraine to enter NATO for years has led to this in breach of peace accords between Ukraine and Russia. Yeah, well, there's more to it than just that. Russia wants those minerals in Ukraine as well. And that, what people say, is a strategic move by Russia so that they can go after Poland as well. So watch Servant of the People on Netflix.
Invading recently. Then
that?
If that was his reason because they were planning to join NATO, this is why he just attacked them 4 years ago or whatnot, right? But these attacks have been going on since 2012. So what was his excuse back then when he was invading Ukraine?
Exactly. Trump has nothing to lose. I agree with you. Zelenskyy coming in and asking Trump to say certain things against Russia, that was never going to happen. But why
call a spade, man?
why couldn't Trump say anything against Russia? Right? We see what Russia's doing. We see what they're doing. Why can't they? You know what I mean? Why should he? And it's funny because another news report that I watched, they were like, yo, this is the first time in the history that a USA has went against an Eli sent me. It was a vote they have. I can't remember what the vote was for, but it was the first time in the history that USA aligned with Russia and voted with them. That shit is out of my. It blows my mind, bro. It blows my mind. JG, go ahead.
I think Danny made a great point when he said there's something that's going on behind the scenes that we don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This has always been Trump things. I mentioned Kim Jong-un before, right? Where he talked all this trash about him, and after meeting him, oh, he's a good guy. You know, I'm like, dude, you did all that and then go over there and come back and say he's a good guy. We all know the dude's crazy, right? Mm-hmm. We know Putin is crazy. He wants power, he wants influence, he wants resources. That's basically why he's doing what he's doing. They've been fighting for Wilbert born, right? And so I just don't understand what he's doing. The tariff situation with Canada makes no sense at all. And again, absolutely. I work in tariffs. I work in all this stuff. I'm seeing it firsthand right now. We're sitting here doing nothing most times because it's no work.
Yeah, so, and it's going to get worse.
It's going to get worse. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times we always have the mindset, well, it's got to get worse before it gets better. No, that's our hopeful mindset. But to deal with this for 4 years at least, I don't know we can sustain it. I just don't think we can do it.
For real. And there was another video I wanted to show real quick. Danny, what are your thoughts?
I'm pretty much going to echo what JG said, man. It's disheartening. It's frustrating. I don't know. I really don't know what it's definitely embarrassing, but I think the only thing that gives me a little bit of comfort is that I feel quite strongly that given enough rope, he's going to hang himself. So is it going to be 6 months? Is it going to be a year? Is it going to be 18 months, 2 years? The Dandelion said something about, I mean, I don't wish death on nobody, but we never know what life has in store. Huh?
Imagine something happens to Trump and JD Vance takes his seat.
That's what I said. That's what I'm saying.
I think I'd rather have Trump there. I'm telling you honestly.
I don't know, because sometimes when your dad is Mufasa, you can be Simba.
Mm-hmm.
But when Mufasa died, Simba lost his way for a while. So he I don't know. I don't know anything about
JD Vance.
JD Vance. I will say now, and I'm a little biased to this, he's a former Marine. And usually we have been trained to do a certain thing. And whether or not his training is gone corrupted, I don't know. So I don't know.
I don't know if you're trained to be like him. If that's the case, Marines are fucked up.
No.
And I don't think that's the case.
You didn't hear what I said. I said we were trained at boot camp at our core to be a certain way. Whether or not he's been corrupted or not, I don't know.
Pretty evident he's corrupted, Danny. But this is, again, I can only speak for myself. Anybody that is under Trump or has some association to the Trump party, because it's no longer a Republican party. Let's get it straight. It's the Trump party. This guy puts his name on everything. He wants that. He loves the fame. He loves the glory. And if anybody crosses him, and if you remove Trump and you remove names from this and just take the characteristics, there's no difference between him and Putin. Just Putin's been doing it a lot longer.
I agree.
Trump is trying very. Just look at the characteristics. I don't know how Putin does business, but I know everyone calls Putin a gangster for a reason. You go up against him, you disappear. You end up in jail. Your family disappears. It's wrong, but who's doing shit about it?
Yeah, but they They got a dictatorship in Russia. It's been like that for years.
It's
not.
Danny, look where the USA is going now. You're just becoming pure USA. And he puts fucking mad people in powerful positions. Like, look what they're doing to Teslas all around the world, man.
Yeah, they're trashing them. I see
all
that
over the world. So you know, like, look, he's putting Americans in jeopardy, man. Americans that are traveling won't be saying they're American, and if they do get boldface, they can get fucking stoned in a lot of places now because people are fucking angry.
I will give you that part. He's making it hard for the rest of us, but
making it hard for the rest of you. Like people, and that's the thing that I was saying too, because I noticed that, you know, I think it was like the poll was like 80% of Canada is down for what's going on, like buying Canadian stuff and all kinds of stuff like that. So I think the number was about 80%. So if that's the case, then we're united in, you know, fighting what he's doing, you know. And I honestly, if Doug Ford does what he says he's gonna do, all right, let's play the video. Hold on. I don't know why the video didn't pop up. Hold on. Video is not popping up. Just give me
Uranium? Yeah, if they want to cozy up to Russia, which I see President Trump doing, you can try to get uranium there. But why would you do that? We want to ship more uranium, more potash, more nickel, more energy, and build an AMCAN fortress. I can't for the life of me figure out why this guy's attacking his closest neighbors, allies, and friend. A tariff on Canada is a tax on Americans. And I'm going to repeat that on NBC, CNN, Fox News, CNBC. I'm going to be hammering the airwaves to get that message to the Americans. They're going to get hurt. It's the wrong decision. But if they want to try to annihilate Ontario, I will do everything, including cut off their energy, with a smile on my face. So, and I'm encouraging every other province to do the same. Quebec, Manitoba, BC, we all have to act in unison. Out east, they rely on our energy. They need to feel the pain.
I was like, yeah, brother, you are correct. 100%.
He doesn't respect us. He doesn't respect us.
Who doesn't respect us?
Trump.
Oh, no, 100%.
Trump doesn't respect us at all to do all these things. And dignitaries around the world are saying the same thing. This mockery he's making, disrespecting a country. Canada's, you know, we might not be as powerful as the US, but we are recognized around the world.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. So let's get back to where we were here. Zelenskyy is coming in asking, oh no, I read that one. It was this one. Also, it's known as the buildup off camera. Zelenskyy was already arguing behind the scenes. That's a possibility, but you know, it was still kind of disrespectful what happened there. How did Russia reporter get into the White House? I didn't even notice there was one there. Manufactured drama makes sense. They put who they want in the reporter wise. Absolutely. Trump, Vance were looking for an excuse to stop supporting Ukraine. They up in Putin's ass. Agreed. JD Vance is a big liar. Yeah. He literally came out and said that if he had to make up a story, he would. Right? When they did
it already.
When they did
what the black Haitians eating.
Yeah, the cats and dogs shit. Right?
He came straight out and said it on his own.
Yeah.
Platform.
The cats and dog shit. That was fucked up. You know what I mean? And especially as, you know, we have a lot of Haitian friends. Like, I was offended for them. You know what I mean? I was offended for that shit. You know? So, sorry, before World War I, there were empires. The strong conquered the weak. It's the way of things. The only thing stopping this stuff is nuclear war. It's a deterrent to support as well. Is it moral? No. So, we're not living in the same times as World War I. We're just not living in the same time. That was a way to solve the issues. Yes, 100%. But there's so many different ways to take care and handle situations now that we don't need to be going into war. Zelenskyy was the smartest guy in the room. Look how much support he's getting from every other ally. He knew he lost the U.S. He had to stand up to them. He'll get unlimited support elsewhere now. Why should Zelenskyy thank J.D. Vance? He, as a senator, voted no to aid to Ukraine. Exactly. He's right. It's okay to legitimate this in front of the media. I don't see anyone saying this was wrong, but it is. Zelenskyy triggered this dialogue with his own words. He didn't trigger it. He asked the question. He asked the question, and the question that he asked was valid, because if you're talking about handling things in a diplomatic way and you've been trying that and it's not working, you know what the saying is? If you keep doing the same thing over and getting the same results all the time, you're an idiot. And that's what's happening, right? They keep signing deals. They keep getting peace fires. And then Russia keeps breaking it. Only thing Zelenskyy wanted was assurance from Trump that Putin would not break the deal since he broke all 22 past deals. If they wanted to stop the destruction, they would tell Putin to get out. They don't care about Ukraine. Absolutely not. Russia is doing very bad right now. Agreed. Ukraine negotiates. Well, I mean, they should. All you're missing is the voice, Chris. In 2016, Trump was asked about replacing Obamacare. I have a concept of a plan. Same question was asked a few months ago. Same answer. Yeah. Not only did Trump say that, what else did he say? He would drop the price of food, right? As soon as he gets into office. That didn't happen. He said he would stop the war within 24 hours. He said, I would go in there and I would tell Zelenskyy something and I would tell Putin something, and then I would get them in a room and tell them that at the same time, and we'd have a deal done. Well, we don't have a deal done, and he's been in power more than 24 hours. So Trump is talking like Russia hasn't lost almost 1 million troops and most of their Black Sea fleet in this invasion. They're currently using donkeys for stuff. Donkeys. Remember, Trump calls Zelenskyy a dictator 2 days before the meeting, 100%. Okay, what all the money funding everything across the world? What about all the false Social Security checks? Some of the people older than the country.
But where's the facts on that? That's this propaganda he's just throwing out there. More stories to get people, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. We even found someone who was 350 years old.
Yeah.
Where? Show it.
Yeah. That's the bullshit excuse for cutting, all of these. And you know why they're cutting all of these things? To line their own fucking pockets. That's what they're doing it for. You know what I mean? Like listen, you sent me that video, right, about the trillionaires. That's what Elon Musk is trying to get to. He's trying to become a trillionaire.
Nzo, you know what I honestly believe?
Mm-hmm.
I honestly believe that on one of the visits Trump had with Putin, Putin showed Trump his bank account, told him, this could be you, my friend. It's in your corner. I'm telling you, because
so I think there was something that Roberto said that I remember an article or something here a few months ago, maybe a year ago, maybe a little bit longer, that I think maybe Biden was putting things, I think when the war first started, that Putin was using some of the American tax breaks and American like stock market stuff, and it had like a very large amount of money that they put restrictions on that, so he can't trade and do certain things as to try to be a deterrent towards the war. I wouldn't be surprised if Trump done reverse that, like he was doing all these pardons and all this kind of crazy stuff.
Yeah, Facts. You're right, Danny.
But there was something I remember that talking about they were doing something to try to affect his finances, because a lot of these other countries use all these different financial things and stuff that the rich know about, and they're just lining their pockets more.
Do you know
Putin controls all these oligarchs who are worth multi-million, if not billion. And again, Nzo, There's guys trying to be trillionaires right now. If you could play that video, that shit's scary.
Yo, here's the thing. Mike said this thing, and Roberto, you said it. This thing with Zelenskyy was a setup. They planned that shit. Trump said today Putin wants peace. Exactly. And Trump even has come out and said that Zelenskyy is always saying negative stuff about Putin, and he needs to start saying negative stuff about Putin. Why? This motherfucker's invading his country. Why the fuck would you not? Like, why would you have to say something good about him?
He's forecasting. He said it that we're going to feel it.
Yes.
One day we're going to feel it because we've never had. Pearl Harbor was the closest thing we had to being attacked on American soil, and we lost our minds. And what happened? Bombed the whole country.
Facts.
So I just hope. I just hope it don't go on American soil, but he ain't making it. He ain't making it no easier, bro.
Listen, when I watch Paradise, I see how that shit is going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I told you, man. I don't know if you remember, but I told you that the Koof.
Yeah.
That was a test. Thin in the herd, thin in the herd, and see what the reaction is, survival rate. That's all that was. And I guarantee you there's something probably even more powerful than that cooking in some lab somewhere.
Probably, Danny. I'm like, it's nice that the aggressor wants peace. If only there was some way for the aggressor to get peace from the aggression. Facts. If he really wanted peace, right? And Zelenskyy said this, if he really wanted peace, all he has to do is remove his troops and stop. He'll have peace because it wasn't Ukraine that started the shit. You know what I mean? So
he acts like Zelensky's right there with the NATO paper.
Yeah, I know, right?
You know,
like 100%.
I have to keep bombing him in case he signs.
It's unbelievable, boy. The first we have the Boston Tea Party. What's next? Canada, Coors Light Cool Party. You never know. Mexico never paid for that wall, and they never were going to. And they were never going to. And then Trump did the little tariff thing and made his little, oh, well, Canada is going to put 1.2 billion into, the borders, which they had already planned before that fucking meeting even happened. So Trump is just trying to make himself look good, right? Like, I'm doing something, guys. This is what I'm doing. Why do you think he had to give the automotive company a 30-day tariff hold? Because
distraction.
It's fucking hurting them.
Man, I feel sorry for whoever comes in after this guy. Oh my God.
We were looking this has nothing to do with it, but have y'all seen the new Hummers now?
No.
They are starting off at $98,000.
Oh,
the new Hummers. What sense does that make?
The prices, they were talking about another van. I can't remember what it was, but they said already the price went up from 60,000 to 80.
And then what Trump doesn't realize, thank God I bought my house when I bought it, because if Canada does what they say, and they stop shipping that wood or makes the tariff so high, the housing price is going to triple. So what you can get for a $200,000 house, you're going to be paying $600,000 house. Nobody can afford a regular middle class family can't afford a $600,000 house.
Facts,
it's ridiculous. We have the wood, but we don't have the mills. So I don't understand his thought process. To me, the only thing that makes sense is he is doing this as a distraction to really hide his main objective, and I don't know what that is, but it's something sinister.
Cahoots with Putin. Watch this.
Donald Trump is lying to you. Here's the truth. It's simple. Tariffs are a tax on Americans. When you buy something, you pay the tariff, not some foreign country. Trump's tariffs will raise the price on things like tomatoes and prescription medicines, electronics, toys, and more. Grocery prices are rising because of Trump's tax. New car prices are rising because of Trump's tax. Beer prices are rising because of Trump's tax. And he has no plan for what happens next. He doesn't care about the farmer who relies on machinery from Canada to operate their farm, or the small business owner who needs supplies from Europe, or the parents who need to feed their families every day at a reasonable cost. While Trump is causing higher prices in Illinois, lowering the burden on working families is what we're all about. We've eliminated the grocery tax and raised the minimum wage. We lowered income taxes on workers and erased medical debt for nearly 300,000 Illinoisans, with more to come. And while we can't combat every part of Trump's tax, it's a start. Protecting Illinoisans from the economic hardship Trump is imposing is one of my most important missions as your governor.
He's a Democrat, of course.
Probably.
No, there's no probably about it. Because if he wasn't, Trump would try and have him something done.
Yeah,
100%. I don't know, I don't know what could be done, but is he a Democrat? Could any American tell me?
We're looking now.
I'm willing to bet he is.
I blame white, ignorant, poor people and the Spanish community for voting for that man. We black
he's
people.
A Democrat.
He's a Democrat?
Yeah.
If it coloring life. Did Trump get kicked out of art school and that's why he's trying to take over the world? As of September 2024, the U.S. interest deflect was $3 billion per day. They don't have the money to give anymore. Let Europe take care of the mess in Ukraine. But yet they're paying Elon Musk $8 million a day. Did you hear that?
Who paying Elon Musk $8 million a day?
The Trump organization.
$8 million a day.
That's where's
the source for that? I got it.
That is.
I got to see that. I want to hear her. I need source for that because that's true. Then that's crazy.
Hold on. I'll see if I can find it. I can't remember where I heard it from, but I was watching some sort of shit. It could have been a propaganda video.
What I'm thinking they were pushing Ukraine to join NATO because they could see the master plan that Putin was putting in effect by keep taking over land in Ukraine. Because they know once he gets Ukraine, like Nzo said, there's Poland and other parts of the world there, and he wants the USSR again. I mean, some of us see it. Some of us, want to call it fear-mongering or speculating, whatever. Let's see if it happens.
I mean, you could be right. Could be Putin's last hurrah before he goes to say, hey, I brought back the USSR.
I brought it back together. They'd say, never come back. I brought it back. Stalin would be so proud of me.
Mm-hmm. It could be.
Yeah, I have no idea. But all I'm saying is, at the end of the day, if they get Ukraine, there's no stopping Putin.
Who's backing him now? Zelenskyy in Europe. Isn't it NATO? All those NATO countries?
Yeah. NATO is actually
they trying to protect them because they want Ukraine part of that fucking NATO. They know if Putin gets a hold of that, they're in trouble.
Yep. If Social Security is eliminated, millions of people, including me, will be homeless. You have to crash at my place, Elihu. Oh, Canada. Yeah, we don't want Elihu in Canada. He's going to smoke up all our weed. We can't have that.
You don't know what you're saying by that.
Once the market drops a good bit, they'll drop the tariff so all of the rich people can make billions on it and bounce. Eggs are about 9 to 12 a dozen, one per person per day at Safeway. Wait a minute. Wait. So you can only buy one box of eggs per person?
1 dozen.
Yeah, 1 dozen eggs. Yeah. That's what
they've done that before. Like when things are, I'm trying to remember what it was.
COVID.
You can only buy like 2 tests per person or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So when things are like crazy, I've seen things like that happen. Like water, you can only buy like 1 case of water per person, or maybe 2 cases, depending on how crazy. Because I know when COVID first came in, toilet paper and paper towel was like crazy.
Yeah, and I get it, but if you got like 6 people in your family, I'm gonna go. My wife's gonna go. My kid's gonna go. My brother's gonna go.
Remember, I don't know if you remember this, JG, but remember a few years ago when bullets was like scarce.
Yep.
You can only buy one box of bullets per person.
Mm-hmm.
So I got around that, man. I sent, I gave like 3 guys on my shift. I said, hey, they got bullets over there. What I need? Here's $20. How much bullets cost? Go buy a box. Go buy. So there are ways. Ways around.
You hear what they talking about buying, Roberto? Oh no, I got to get my bullets, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
What good is a gun without bullets?
Get them bullets.
What good is a gun without bullets?
Well, I mean, you were a police officer, Danny. It shouldn't have been hard for you to get bullets.
No. I'm talking. You can't have it for. I can't use sheriff's department resources for my own personal use.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. I understand it. So the bullets you wanted for your own personal use, but you had to make sure you had more than one box of bullets to do what? Go hunting?
No, if people like a donkey, I'm going to protect me and my family.
Eggs are $12 a dozen in Cali.
I don't go out there looking for trouble, but if it comes to my house,
you want to be prepared at all costs.
I'm going to face it.
Yeah, Roberto, they're $12 an egg, a dozen.
Yeah, they're like 9. They're like 9, 10. Hey, I'm telling you, man. Steve Harvey said on the show. He said, "There are 2 things for the next 30 to 40 days you can't buy if you go to a restaurant." And it said an omelet. He said, "Omelet gonna cost you $80."
Facts.
You always eat a 3-egg omelet. So shoot, I know that's gonna be at least $20 now if I go to a restaurant.
That's crazy. Trump is like Putin. How many people disappeared so far in the U.S.? Gay people still allowed to marry. There won't be any pain. Trump said he was turning on the power stations again. So you're talking about if we turn off the power? Yeah, they could do that. But there's a reason why they don't.
Yeah,
it's because
exactly. If they could have did it, then why would they be paying us? Because they want to give us money.
Right, because it's more. It's cheaper for them to use our power than to use their resources.
Especially with your dollar the way it is right now.
And they're using their resources, which I had the video, I can't find it, but like, for, they said some other type power they're using, whatever, like to do stuff, something with AI. I can't remember exactly what it was. I'd have to find the video, but I got so much tabs up there. But they're using our power is because it's cheaper, right? So yeah, you can use your own power, but it's going to cost American people. And this is what Canada has been saying. Like, you could do what she said. You could find potash and uranium other places, but you're going to cost way more, They can't actually release the Epstein file. Trump is a main character in them. Elon Musk and Dodge have terminated at least the lease on Obama's presidential library site in Chicago, as per Fox News. Trump did not put Trump in office. Half America did. So half of America will soon learn what the other half already knows. You will see what happens when you give America's purse and power to him. Yeah, 100%. Wait, you mean those blinders, those right-wing YouTubers were dancing around? Weren't this actual Epstein files? I'm shocked. I mean, nothing would cause me to celebrate and dance around in front of cameras than blinders filled with information about a child sex trafficker. Facts, Mike. The info in the binders has been available unreacted online for several years. It was a classy release for sure.
Boy, some of these people, they need to be investigators and news reporters. This stuff that they talk about, I've never heard.
I ain't got no time in the day to look all this stuff up.
It's scary.
It said, Mike said, Paul, as a quarter, you should know about that false security narrative. They broke it down that the Dodge Bros apparently aren't familiar with the coal bowl. If there were, they'd know that there aren't 200-year-old people getting checks. Facts. Also, I think it's ironic, coincidental that most of the agencies that they initially attacked were investigating Senior Musk. It's a good point, right? Con man, con men them stick together. The youngsters don't know or care what they are breaking. Funny how that works. A July 2024 report from Social Security Inspector General states that from fiscal year 2025-23, the agency paid also 8.6 trillion in benefits, including 71.8 billion, or less than 1%. I wonder if Trump will pardon Derek Chauvin. Well, that's on. Let me play the video. Let me play the video, because I don't want to be up here saying, oh, yeah, no, because I can't find the other one, so I'll just leave that one alone. But I'm going to play the video. Ben Shapiro, this clown.
We are issuing pardons, however. There is one person that President Trump should pardon from federal charges forthwith. It would be incredibly
I'm already know it.
but I think that it's absolutely necessary. That person is Derek Chauvin.
You are a fucking idiot.
If we are talking about reversing the evils of the last several years in American life, was in fact the railroading of Derek Chauvin in the death of George Floyd.
What? Bruh.
Thoughts, Roberto?
Who is that guy?
Ben Shapiro.
I think you're talking about the black guy.
Oh, that's amazing, Lucas.
No. I'm talking about the guy who says to release him.
Ben Shapiro.
What is he, a lawyer or something?
Nah, just some YouTube dude. But hold on, before your thoughts. This is what he said when it happened. Government has one primary function: to prevent the violation of rights to life and liberty. A police officer destroyed George Floyd's rights. That is no excuse for our government abandoning citizens' right to life and liberty in favor of rioters and looters. Do your damn jobs. I returned from a 2-day Jewish holiday and half of the country is on fire. We all agree on George Floyd, which is why a bad cop is now under arrest. Anyone who defends looting and rioting and targeting of business owners and cops on this bias is nothing short of evil. You're not stealing that TV to honor George Floyd or protest police brutality. You're stealing that TV because you're a POS. And yes, of course, the officer in that video should be prosecuted to the full extent of their law breaking.
And then he puts out that video to release him.
Yes.
Who you said?
He's a Trump cloney.
I could have sworn he said Danny puts out that video.
I thought he said too. I was like, what are you talking about?
No, he said that guy. He said that guy.
I can't. I want to play back and sound like Danny.
I could have sworn I heard that. I heard
it. What are your thoughts,
crazy,
Danny?
It's crazy, man.
I mean, I don't think legally they can. He can.
I don't think he can. The president got so many powers because I didn't think you could be a convicted felon and still be in the office. But apparently that isn't true. If I sit down here and maybe it's something I need to pray on or do something, but if I sit down here and follow all this stuff, I will be crazy and I won't be able to perform my duties and my day-to-day activity to keep my family afloat. And so this stuff is mind-blowing.
It is mind-blowing, Danny, 100%.
But I mean, I think he can pardon federal crimes. I don't think he can do state crimes, though.
You just don't want to go down that rabbit hole. Chris, what are your thoughts? You've been quiet for a while.
Did he do something with the Tate brothers?
He check on that room again?
I thought, I guess he was muted because he wasn't there or maybe fell asleep. I don't know. What did you say, Roberto?
Did he do something with the Tate brothers?
I don't think he did. I'm not sure, but I know Candace was. It's possible he did. It's possible he did something. I know he's talked about them. That's for sure. But yeah, additional a series of reports from Social Security Administration Inspector General in March 2023 and July 2024 states that the agency has not established a new system to properly attonate death information in its database. Please educate me on the number of former presidents that argued with a foreign leader on national television before this one. Ratings, conspiracy, anyone? Yeah, it's never happened.
Never.
It's never happened. It's a lot of firsts with Trumps.
He's
You know
not
what I mean?
prepped for, like Danny says, he's not prepped for this, man.
Nah. And you know what's funny too? Because I remember when, Kamala was, running, he would always say, or whoever's talking about it, always say, oh, they have no experience. But Trump had no experience when he ran the first time.
None.
You
That's
know
why
what
they
I
wanted
mean?
him. That's why
You
they
know what I
wanted him.
mean? Exactly. Trump is trying to stay out of prison. New truck prices rise. Exactly. And they're starting to rise already. We also had more planes that started losing the ability to fly around that time too. 100%.
So wait, hold
80
on.
to 100K. Yeah.
What's this thing with measles now?
Hold on. Measles has been on the rise since vaccination rates have started falling. There have been outbreaks in the last few years.
Where, in
Not
the
to
US or
mention
here? There was one
US.
here, no?
And there was it wasn't measles. Hold on. Anyways, it was where they talked about something, I can't remember which virus it was, but it's been like taken care of for a long time, and we had the first death of that virus since we had it in like over 100 years, if not longer. And I can't remember what it was. It's fucking freaking me out now because I tried to remember it. But yes, it's the first death. And why is that? Because what Trump said yesterday, they removed themselves from WHO. The USA is not a part of WHO anymore. Only a matter of time before we hit super low vax rate community, 100%. And then you're going to see all of these old diseases that we haven't had and have been extinct for a long time coming back because we're not getting vaccinated for it. That's what I think at Kels. He always brags he's the first to do something. And last term he was in office, he was fixated on his Apprentice ratings versus some other show like What the F Facts. 8 million a day, is that Elon's company contracts? I'm not sure if I remember where I seen that, but I'll have it for you for next time. Don't worry, I'll find it again. Tesla purchase for the Army, Starlink contracts, SpaceX contracts, etc. Well, Doug Ford ripped up the Starlink contract, so that's no more, right? We don't have that contract anymore. So yeah, it's gonna be, the tariffs are gonna be a hurt to America. Like everybody's gonna get hurt. We're gonna get hurt. Canadians are gonna get hurt. American people are gonna get hurt. But you know who's not gonna get hurt? The rich people. It's not gonna affect them at all because they're gonna have enough money to, buy $18 for a dozen eggs. So it's crazy. JG, go ahead.
Yo. Again, I have no words. I don't know what to say. And I kind of question if Kamala Harris had won this election, will we be in better shape or worse or about the same? Right? Because I've said many times, it's going to be hell no matter who's on that seat. It's about which circle of hell can we deal with the most. Again, I don't know what Trump is doing. Even that meeting with Zelenskyy, there was some things I did agree with when he said you don't have the cards. He did. That was true. Zelenskyy doesn't have the cards.
But they're not playing cards.
That was funny though when he said, "Well, I'm not playing cards." That was funny.
It was, wasn't it?
It was funny. It's getting ridiculous, man. This tariff situation in Canada, like you said, both sides going to hurt from this. I think what's going to happen is, well, first, what I'm hoping is happening is this is just something for television. Kind of like we did with, like I mentioned, Kim Jong-un. He did all that for TV. Goes over there, has a meeting, comes back. Oh, he's such a nice guy. I'm really hoping that this is all just talk publicly and they're going to have a private meeting and all this is going to go away. I'm hoping. But realistically, I think whoever caves in first, this is going to be a battle. Who's going to cave in first? Who's going to care more about the suffering of the general people more?
But you know what? I don't even think it's going to get to about who caves first, because what's going to happen, right? All these places that Trump are putting tariffs on, they're just going to start trading with each other. You know what I mean? Canada's already making deals to trade with Europe and stuff like that, right? They talked about the Lindor company who supplies most of the chocolate here in Canada, where they're saying they're just going to start moving their office to Europe and supplying Canada from there.
Yeah, so if that's the case, then yeah, it's America's in big trouble.
See, all you guys
Big
into
trouble.
superhero movies and stuff, right? I don't know how you guys didn't see this. You see, like Beeman can prove my theory right, or not my theory, but he did release the Tate brothers. You know when
Or the
you
Tate
watch
brother, that was a
these
federal
movies-
crime, so he can't pardon federal crimes. The
Well,
state
he
crimes
released
he
them.
can't pardon. I know they were federal crimes though,
Okay.
which he does have power over.
But my point being, where I'm going with this is like you see, there's some evil guy wants to come in power so he could release all evil that's been put away.
Yeah.
And that's something along the lines of what this guy's doing, man.
And maybe
You can't comprehend. He's releasing people that should be put away. He's putting people in power that shouldn't be in power, especially in the seats that they're in. Like I said, whoever's coming in after this, man, they're going to be fucking crazy.
Maybe right now he can't pardon state, but he controls the judicial system.
Yeah, that is true.
The state, the Supreme Court justice, they could do
He put his
something and
people
say
in
it's
there.
unconstitutional, or they could. And he controls the Senate and the House, so they could propose. Somebody could propose the laws be changed or modified or rectified, whatever it is, and it can be changed in the next few weeks or next month, or however long the process takes. So right now, like the coin your face, JG, a boy from Ukraine ain't holding the cards, but right now, Trump is holding all the daggone cards, and that's a scary thing.
100%.
And what pisses me off the most, when Democrats had the power, they didn't utilize it.
Nope.
Facts.
They didn't utilize it.
And they had a
Facts.
president that you could talk to. For whatever reasons you dislike Obama, he was approachable from what I could tell. And I didn't agree with all the things he did, and I'm not gonna sit here and say he's a black president. I didn't agree with some of the things he did, but he would have never done this crazy stuff. Right now, it's like he's making every friend we have, he's call them bees.
Yeah.
I don't need you. I don't need you.
Yeah.
You stupid bee. I don't need you. I don't need. And as strong as we are, we can't fight 10 or 12 countries. Can't do it.
And you know what's funny? How much bootlickers does he have around him to be like, yes, Trump, you're right, when they know he's not, you know? But I just want to address this real quick. She said Tate brothers are under investigation in the country. She's absolutely correct. They had nothing to do with America. They were in jail in Romania, right? So that's where then they got released in Romania, and then they flew back to the States. So they probably won't ever go back there. But
Trump
yeah,
reminds me of the kingpin. You're gonna find that dirt.
Yeah.
You're gonna find that dirt, bro. You can be sitting there eating a sandwich and hold the paper up and then have your dirt sitting right there. See what you gonna do, Danny? I got pictures.
That was one good part of that whole show.
Watch them out.
Said, Florida is now looking at the Tate brothers. They didn't want them there. You know it's bad when Florida says, nah, we're good. Yeah, those Tate brothers are unbelievable. They are fucking annoying as fuck.
They're poison, man.
Yeah, 100%. They are absolute poison. Just you know what? To be honest with you, that whole manosphere, the Tate brothers, Myron Gaines, and all those guys, they are absolute poisons. 100%. Trump friends with Tate. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, Beaming Kun. It wouldn't surprise me because they are one of his. You see, here's the thing with Trump. If you praise Trump, you're on his good side. You know what I mean? If you bootlick for Trump, like Elon Musk did, he'll give you a seat in the government. You know what I'm saying? As long as you bootlick for him. But the minute you don't bootlick for him, then yes, you're going to have an issue. 100%.
I wonder how much that position cost Elon.
That's a good point. So any thoughts on what would happen if Merrill Garland IG had investigated civilian Trump right after 116 instead of sitting on it for 2 years? Yeah, they probably would have. You see,
I think that question.
Yeah, go ahead, Donnie.
It didn't cost Elon Musk nothing, but Elon Musk know if he does something crazy, that he get that guy a jail free card. He gonna get that pardon.
Mm-hmm.
I just read up on the pardon, and you can do that. You can plan a pardon in advance. So,
oh yeah, that's crazy.
Elon
You
Musk
remember,
does
like I said
anything-
before. I'm sorry, Danny. Go ahead.
Is he commit any kind of federal crime, whatever, or is looking that way? You see how Biden pardoned his son and stuff before he got out of there. So they can do that. When I saw the question posed in the chat, and I went to see what were the criteria for president pardons, and we saw that it has a specific name, but like when Tricky Dick, the president, did what was it called? When he bugged the White House, what do you call that?
Which one?
President Nixon. He bugged the White House. What do they call it? Something water.
Yeah, Watergate.
Watergate.
Yeah.
The President Ford pardoned him because they said it would heal the country. So if it gets too crazy, if something gets too crazy and crosses the line, you already got that in there. Oh yeah, you're just gonna pardon me, and I'm just gonna slip away into the night. So that's what Elon Musk is. I can do all this crazy stuff I want to do. I can do all this experimenting, this spending, this, that. Because didn't his son walk in there and told Trump that he really wasn't the president?
Yeah. Yeah, he
Man,
did.
The second somebody would have come in there and did that to me, or you out.
Facts.
You know he heard that from somewhere.
Yep.
Facts.
You know he heard it from somewhere.
Facts. He said, no, he's not the president's son. I am. I'm the president. Yeah.
My dad said that's the only thing he could. I wish he'd have said that. My dad said that you're not the president. Oh boy, I'd love to see that on TV.
Me too. Now I don't know what you guys think about Jasmine Crockett, but I think she is fire. Let's listen to her.
I don't even know what she is.
That facts hurt y'all, and I just wish we could get on the same page. But we do know during the presidential election that the president would not go and participate in anything if fact-checking was going to be a part of it, because he didn't want to be fact-checked. We know that the vice president got upset in his vice presidential debate when he was fact-checked. It used to be a time in this country that we as members of Congress or elected officials thought that it was okay to just tell the truth. Instead, we're pushing conspiracy theories, and some of them are killing people. It's the same thing that we have coming out of Doge. It's the reason that people are dying. It's the reason that farmers are losing their farms, because we continue to peddle conspiracy theories. It is time for us to say, Mr. President, guess what? Russia invaded Ukraine. Can we at least agree on that one? Facts matter. Y'all, this is literally potentially putting us into an international crisis. We may be heading towards the next world war because we have a president that wants to pal around with Putin and wants to do everything to make him feel good, including lying about who invaded who. Mr. Chair, I got a minute left, but I really want to yield to any of my colleagues and ask them if they will say today, very basically, that when it came down to the war in Ukraine, that it was not Ukraine that invaded Russia, it was the other way around. Is there anybody in here that has enough courage to say that Russia invaded Ukraine?
You can have my time.
And this is yet the problem. This is the problem. That is not infringing upon free speech.
Will the gentlelady yield?
I will.
I love her too.
You know what I mean?
She better be careful.
Exactly. You better be
I agree
careful.
with everything she said, but she is the wrong color and the wrong sex to be barking that loud.
Hey, Danny, check it out. She's been barking loud for a minute now.
Hey, I'm with her. I'm 1000%. What she said just now was totally on point. I'm just saying, we live in a world now where you start chirping and you look a certain way and you're a certain sex, you'll be reading about it in the 6 o'clock news.
Yeah, she definitely
tragic accident to such.
Facts. Mike said, "Are y'all showing my future wife?"
You don't make enough money, Mike.
Watergate. Mitch McConnell holds the share of the blame. Tate recent podcast said he might try to run for president. Maybe. Oh God, no.
I know one
Jasmine
thing.
Crockett
I'd
is.
vote for her.
Oh yeah, me too.
She run for president. I'd vote for her.
Me too. 100%. I would vote for her.
How you gonna
Jasmine
vote for her?
Crockett for
You
president.
probably be a Canadian. So who you gonna vote for?
Well, we're supposed to be the 51st state, right?
Yeah,
so
you
I guess
51st
I
state.
get a vote.
That's right.
And when we come to 51st state, I get my vote. You know what I mean?
But you know, if y'all become the 51st state, that's gonna solve our problem because you ain't gonna put a tariff on their own state.
Yeah, I ain't worried about that shit. I ain't worried about that shit. Listen,
y'all get the liquor back.
I don't give it. I drink Canadian Club anyways.
Get your
You
liquor
know what
back.
I'm saying? I drink Crown Royal. You know what I mean? I drink Canadian alcohol. I don't touch that. That Jack Daniels gets never. I will never touch that alcohol again.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Ain't man enough for it. You ain't man enough for it.
Here it is. No, you know what it is? It's Canadian alcohol is 100 times better than any American alcohol you can bring.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Shut your
I
mouth.
knew that prejudice would come out. I knew
Roberto.
But you guys got bourbon, rye.
Roberto, am I
See,
lying?
this is why we can't get along now. This is why we deal with the mess we're dealing with now.
You could not go a whole episode without that. I knew that prejudice would come out, boy.
Hey, I did good. I waited until the end.
I bet you when they spell Canada, they spell it H-E-A-V-E-N.
Yeah, we do. We do, 100%.
I spell it B-U-L-L-S-H-I-T.
Facts.
Said facts on, so all the good booze is already here. Damn Skippy. You know what I
You're
mean?
a fellow Canadian. Of course you're going to say that.
Well, we got 3 Americans on the panel, and we got 3 Canadians, 2 in the panel, and 1 on the chat.
Right? Chris ain't been here in an hour. I don't trust his opinion right now.
You know what? To be honest with you, Chris would probably agree that Canadian alcohol is better than American alcohol. Anyways,
you ain't lying.
You know what I mean? He works in a casino, so they have Canadian alcohol up in there, and I'm pretty sure.
One time, Chris don't agree with Lonzo when he bugging him about Mahomes.
I just don't drink alcohol. Well, that's good. That's good.
How you know it's the best then?
No,
that's the one. I thought I was dead. I was about to get all that dandelion. Don't start that.
That's the one. That's the one. I think Tate was talking about being UK PM. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, because no, Tate was born in America, so yeah, he could probably be American too. But either or, you know what I mean. But at the same time, you know, like if you go look at more of her videos, like she is on fire. You know what I mean? Like she is
right now. I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right now, the Democrats should be coming up with somebody
that's
intelligent, smart, articulate, can reach. They should be coming for her. And right now, based on what I've seen, she seems to be a very good candidate. I don't know whether she's the best candidate, but she seems to be a good. They don't need to sit on a. And I know he can't get office again, but I wouldn't be surprised if that fool try to change that.
Facts. Roberto said he's there for life. You know what I mean? So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to change that anyway. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how.
That's Palpatine. Trump is Palpatine.
Oh, facts, Danny. Facts.
Felt really dirty, first of all. Yeah. But everything started off just all wrong, right? Like I was sitting next to Melanie Stansberry, who was on the aisle, and Melanie literally had a sign that said, "This is not normal." And so she stood there as he walked in, and then a colleague from across the aisle decided to snatch her sign, throw it up, and ball it up and throw it on the floor. And Melanie's like, "Oh my gosh!" And so, you know, she wasn't doing anything like what Marjorie does ever, right? No hooping, no hollering, no none of that or whatever. And so, you know, she's like, "I'm ready to go." And it was before he began speaking, and I was like, "Girl, I am too." But we had an agreement because we wanted to walk out in a group. But then Al Green threw everything off, and Al Green went off on his own to do something different, and we had no idea. But I think that the people want to know that we are frustrated just like them. And we are. We're very frustrated We're limited in our numbers, but we are not limited in heart. So just know, like, we are here to fight. But we need you. We need you to make sure that you're paying attention at all the elections, the city elections, the county elections, the state elections, because those are the people that are going to push back against this administration. And listen, we're only 3 seats away from taking the House. And if I have my way, we'll take it before the 2-year mark. We've got 3 special elections that are coming up, 2 in Florida and 1 in New York. And I know a lot of people want to say there's no way, Rep, there's no way. Listen, there's no way if we don't try. But we know that it was a special election that brought us Doug from Alabama to the Senate, a Democrat. We know it was special elections that got us 2 Democrats out of Georgia to the Senate. Listen,
I
when
don't
we
think this is the
unite,
video though.
we can get it done. And listen, the facts are on our side. The things that we're fighting for, they're not just for Democrats, they're for everybody. So if we want to protect veterans, if we want to protect farmers, if we want to protect hospitals, then it all starts with making sure that we can have real conversations about those things. It's not about Democrats or Republicans. It's not about rural versus urban. What it's about is whether or not we are going to be the united or divided states of America.
That wasn't the video, but there's one video where she's like, you know, we gotta fight this bullshit or whatever. Like she curses and everything. She's fire. She is definitely fire. I think she's someone that the Democrats could get behind. You know what I mean?
She seems to have more sense, more grounded than Kamala. I
don't think she would.
I don't think she
would get it.
I don't think she got that dog in her. This girl right here, she got that dog in her.
Yeah, she definitely her, Danny. Mike said, show as many videos of her as you need to. What was that, Roberto?
You'd be too afraid to put her in power.
Oh yeah.
Girl here?
Yeah.
What are you saying? Angry black woman, Danny? Roberto?
Yeah.
Yep, loud, angry. They're gonna say long eyelashes. Like, isn't she the one that went off that one lady?
Be
Talking you long back,
Obama
beach blonde or whatever.
Yeah.
That's the same one, I think. So all that.
Yeah, the bleach blonde bitch.
Bleach
yeah,
blonde, long.
Yeah, that was her.
So, yeah, they don't want her.
Facts.
I would like her because she, like Danny said, she says sense, and I like her, but I don't think
no ring on her finger either, so she might be single.
She might be.
Oh, she is. She is.
A single president. That's gonna be hard to.
Here's another one for you, Mike, Danny, and I guys.
Yeah, I got to bounce. So.
I'm gonna get it on the.
Yeah, we're gonna close up soon.
40 acres in the mule. This is bigger than the music.
Oh, she definitely ain't getting it.
Oh no. She
definitely
She gotta stop that right there. If she want to be the president, she gotta stop that right there.
I'm sliding. I'm riding through the back like.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Nah. Too much Negro for us. Too much Negro for us.
Who get over that boy? Oh no.
A little too much Negro. A little too much Negro.
We can't have her in here.
You know they don't want that, bro.
Next thing we know, man, they gonna have watermelon and doggone collard greens in the warehouse. Kool-Aid. How we gonna have presidential Kool-Aid?
With some Boone Farm and Alizé on the side.
She got to stop that right there.
Dandelion said, "I like AOC too." Yeah, me too.
How old is she?
She's
I don't know.
She looks like she's in her 30s.
I think she's older than that.
No, she looks young.
What's her name?
Jasmine Crockett.
Jasmine Crockett.
Jasmine.
Crazy enough, Jasmine is dating a fat older white guy. Not even kidding.
Oh yeah, they definitely ain't getting it.
Oh, she's 43.
Yeah, 43. Yeah. She's in 40s. Yeah.
Jasmine
I think she went to college out here. Yeah, she went to Rose College in Memphis too. Yep. I remember hearing that name a lot down here.
JG, eh? She is down in Memphis there, eh? JG's
like, she went to school down in Memphis.
Yeah, JG's like, damn, I missed out on that one, eh?
Oh, I'm too young, not enough money.
Oh shit, Danny, you got to bounce. Tell the people where they can find you, sir.
You find me on Mondays and Fridays on my channel, The Road to Wisdom, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You find me on the Hangout on Wednesdays. You can find me on here when the topic is not too crazy like tonight. And also you can find me on Songs Live on Sundays. But this is definitely I hope a lot more people are talking about this because it's just crazy. Yeah,
me too.
It's just crazy.
And it's getting out of hand. You know what I mean? Like it's not just an America divide anymore; it's a world divide. And that's
I love this country, but I do not like our leadership right now.
You don't like what, Danny? Sorry.
I said I love this country, but I do not like our leadership right now.
I feel you. I feel you. Thanks for popping in, brother. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Y'all take it easy, man.
Have
Good.
a good one. Have a good one. Roberto, let's get your thoughts.
I thought I said them enough. I don't know how long he's going to do this for. I don't know if there's a master plan. All I know is we said there's going to be fuckery when this guy got elected. And exactly that 2 weeks in, it's happening.
Yeah, 100%. So we got
the graph of the stock market.
I hate that I'm going back to it because I know you kept getting cut off and you didn't really get to explain the argument. Was it with your wife or was it with the kids?
No. She kind of agreed with something that was said, and I said,
okay.
Sometimes they say a little smart, but they say more stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to credit their smart because their stupid is too overwhelming. They're getting too much platform.
Mm-hmm.
No one's they're too much enabling, and I fucking hate enabling.
Facts.
It's one of my biggest pet peeves, like someone says, "Oh, that's how they are." Oh, yeah? That's my next answer.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they are. I don't accept it. And more times than not, when they say that's how they are, they're disturbing a lot of people, but everyone just sits back and just accepts it. Oh, it's okay. I could still manage. Well, there's going to be a time where you won't be able to manage. And now that's what's happening to us.
100%. I agree. And it's getting really crazy out there. You know what I mean? JG, thoughts?
Yeah, dude, I think the scariest thing about it is we don't know what the end goal is. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. And we never really, and with any president, we never knew, but we had ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's one of those toss up to where, dude, what are you doing? Why? This doesn't make any sense. And you're telling us it's going to make sense. It's going to work out. How? When economists say, hey, this is stupid. Other foreign person, oh, this is stupid. When in a college, professors, this is stupid. With economics, this is stupid. So please tell me, how is this going to work? How is this going to help us in the long run? Because we all knew, no matter what promises he said he was going to do, even when him, Kamala, whoever president is, they all make initial promises, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know short term, it ain't going to happen fast. It ain't going to happen in 24 hours like he said it would be. We might not see, if anything good comes out of his presidency, we probably won't see it until 8 years, right? And so to start out with, first starting out with the Zelenskyy meeting. With anything anybody does, I try to put my personal feelings about that person to the side and look at what they are doing with their title. He's president of the United States. He said things that I did agree with. I did not like how he handled it, especially J.D. Vance. I don't like him at all. Saying you don't have the cards and all that stuff. That was true. Zelenskyy doesn't have the cards.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't fault a man for saying, hey, I want peace, but I need guarantees. Because he's broken every deal we said we're going to do. He's broken it. So how can I trust this person? How can I trust that you're saying that, oh, he's going to be, he respects me. That's why I know he's going to do. Fuck that. I need in black and white guarantees. And if he doesn't, and if he reneges on the deal again, will you be there to back me up? Wow. So I don't blame Zelenskyy for that. Tariff situation, dude, it's too much going on economically in this world, especially the United States and Canada, to be doing this right now. Right? We got trillions of dollars in debt. The housing market is going to be crazy because, like Danny was saying with the wood situation, too much stuff going on to be doing this tariffs mess. We should be reaching across the aisle saying, okay, how can we make a deal that's beneficial for both of us? No, we're going to raise tariffs and this and that and blah, blah, blah. Like two kids fighting in a classroom. Like, dude, stop. You want America, you want Canada to be the 51st state. It's not going to happen. Because I don't see why it would be in Canada's best interest for it to happen. We didn't touch on Greenland, which I wish we would have, but you know, I don't know if his goal is American independence, to where we kind of spread our power to get resources from other places and not depend on everybody else. Because the one name that hadn't been mentioned on this show or in any videos we've seen is China.
Facts.
China's the one that has all the cars. They have all the power right now. Those are we're worried about Russia and Ukraine and all that. China's the one that's sitting in the back laughing.
Yep.
Like dance puppets. Dance. Please dance for us. Because while we're bickering left and right, back and forth over nothing, they're constantly growing. They're spreading their influence to African nations, to Jamaica, and everywhere, gaining more power. They got the resources. That's who we should be worried about right now.
Facts. I wanted to post this before we closed it up for the night, right? Elon Musk posted this. It said, it's a valid point. The rules are asymmetric, whatever the hell that word is, right? So Donald Trump posted, Canada does not allow American banks to do business in Canada, but their banks flood the American market. Oh, that seems fair to me, doesn't it? Fact check by their own Elon Musk, right? He reposted this. He was fact checked by his own fact checkers. Clarification. American banks do business in Canada, but with restrictions Canadian banks do not have in America. Canadian banks do not have in America. I didn't write that. That was the fact checkers on that. But here's the most important part. American banks do business in Canada.
Every time this guy talks, there's fact check. Every time.
His own, but that's the thing, Roberto. It's his own fucking fact checkers, Elon Musk, right?
But
So
facts are facts.
That's why I posted, and I was laughing. I'm like, fact checked by your own fact checkers. That is crazy.
But you know what's scary, Nzo? People will rather believe the lie than the truth.
Exactly. They would rather believe the lie than the truth. And
what do you think caused this? Smartphones? What do you think caused this? The internet?
Yeah, definitely the internet. I say it all the time. The internet is a curse and a blessing at the same time.
More a curse than a blessing?
I would say more the curse than a blessing, because it gives people who shouldn't have a voice, it gives them a voice.
And
you know what I mean?
At the same time, where we were gullible thinking there wasn't that many of them, this platform shows us there's a whole shitload of them.
Exactly. 100%. U.S. banks can operate in Canada. That's a lie. Enough people will ignore the fact checkers. Exactly. Check out how many community notes the White House posts have. So many. Lie travels around the world before the truth gets its pants on. Trump was the lie. Kamala told the truth. 100%.
I don't know about that, but I think they both lied their ass off at times.
One didn't speak, one spoke too much.
Yeah, basically.
Facts. So you wanted to get into the Greenland. We could get into that real quick because it showed here that Trump said he's going to get Greenland whether he can or not. You know what I mean? One way or another. Sorry. What were your thoughts on that, JG?
Look, again, when we talk about the lies with national security, no, do you want to go over there because of all the rich minerals and resources they have? You want control of all that, right? So I'm thinking, if I'm in Greenland, I'm trying to, be my own country or whatever. Why would I let you buy me when all the resources I have, I can sell to anybody I want and make a profit? Make it make sense. And then you come out saying one way or another, we're going to get it. What the hell do you mean by that? We're talking about World War III. He's going to be the one to start World War III.
Absolutely.
Because this is ridiculous. Now, again, I'm all for, reaching across the aisles and other places and say, hey, you have rich minerals and resources. What can I give to you to where I can get some of that? That makes better sense. That's diplomacy. But to sit there and say, oh, we're just going to buy it. And if you don't sell it to us, we're going to take it no matter what. Or whether you like it, no, we're going to take it. Nah, that's bully tactics. The same tactics that you praise Putin for, the same tactics that Zelenskyy was saying, hey, this is what Putin is doing. He's a bully. He's trying to take over things. Oh, no. No, you're doing the exact same thing. So when people
don't forget Gaza.
Putin,
don't forget Gaza, guys.
Don't forget that's
Facts,
true.
Roberto.
That's true. Gaza wants their own country. They don't want us coming in there buying crap.
They don't want
Taking over stuff. No, they want their own thing.
But they don't want Americans there. Americans have no business there. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I agree. I agree with you.
So, because I don't think Trump would want one of them coming saying they're taking California or they're taking, I don't know, New York.
You're damn right he wouldn't. Not at all. Go ahead, JG. Finish what you're saying.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, this is saying to get something, you have to give something, right? If you want all the resources they have, you got to give us something. You're not just come in here and take it. And dude, as proud of an American that I am, sometimes I get ashamed. Sometimes I feel ashamed because I think we touched on it earlier. No matter what he does, it's going to reflect on all of us.
Absolutely. Trump is a useful tool for all the worst people with the most supervillain powers. We're living in a Bond movie. It feels that way, or the Matrix or something. I give you that, man. But boy, this was an actual good show tonight. I told you guys we would have some fire. You know what I mean? I don't even think we got to everything that I had to show. I got tabs for days up in here. You know what I mean? For the little things I want to show.
This is going to be a fucking series.
It's probably going to have to, Roberto.
I feel it, Nzo. I feel like a week can't go by without us having material for our show.
Facts. I agree with you 100%.
It's going to be something stupid every fucking week.
Facts.
Or something so stupid that we could talk about it for weeks. One of the two.
Facts. 100%. Because, boy.
But we did say Trump makes for good late night material.
He absolutely does. 100% he does. And I got a lot of people in the chat who some feel the same way and some don't. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
I think more do than don't.
As do I too as well.
Just
but I mean, yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. This one person who was very insistent on pushing the button, Don't recall seeing this person here before.
He's been here before. You know what I mean?
Under a different name, I think, because I don't remember no Glycin.
Oh, wow.
My family regrets voting for him. A lot of people are regretting that vote, to be honest with you. A lot of them. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. You get what you wish for. Guys, again,
no, you don't.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Well, we don't. Well, we don't. But there's a lot of people out there that are happy that this guy is in power. You know what I mean? And
he could do no wrong.
And I'm sorry, because I keep saying that Trump is a liar, right? Trump is a liar. You know what I mean? I just got one more to show. Hold on. Like I said, I try to get through all of this. Is this the one? No, this is the one. Someone just popped back in. Hold on. Chris did. What's up,
all
Chris?
Right. Oh, not much. Sorry.
We're closing up, though, but I just had one more video to show. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
that's cool.
Just real quick. It's not long, right?
Oh, you're good. You're good.
What happened? Where's the video, also?
Oh shit! My bad. I'm fucking playing the video, thinking you guys are seeing it.
It's a telepathy thing.
My bad. Hold on, I gotta go back now. And I haven't muted.
Yeah, the entire world is watching.
About Europe's aid to Ukraine, the lie that Europe has loaned money to Ukraine, and it's a loan, and Ukraine has to pay it back. Donald Trump became the first American president in history fully humiliated on the world stage by instantly getting caught and corrected in his lie.
Europe is loaning the money to Ukraine. They get their money back.
No, in fact, to be frank, we paid 60% of the total effort, and it was through, like the US, loans, guarantee, grants, and we provided real money. To be clear, we have 230 billion frozen assets in Europe, Russian assets, but this is not as a collateral of a loan because this is not our belonging. So they are frozen. If at the end of the day, in the negotiation we will have with Russia, they're ready to give it to us, super. It will be loan at the end of the day, and Russia will have paid for that.
If you believe that, it's okay with me.
Wow. This man just said so. Oh wow!
Wow!
If whoever's advising Trump, I would say no more media, news outlet. Do this shit behind
Whenever he gets caught, the instant thing he does is, no, I'm right, you're wrong. I know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. I mean, 2 + 2 can equal 5 to him, and he's right.
100%.
And it's ridiculous.
I would not visit this man.
And that's what I'm saying, Roberto.
I would have the poke every single time he asked me to come.
Facts, 100%. And to be honest with you, like, I've been watching so many of these videos, so they're coming up, right? And it's like, you can't deny the facts. It's right in front of your face. The man tried to lie and got corrected.
Well,
and
on
then
a
what did he say?
technicality. On a
Well, what about-
technicality.
Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't a full lie, but there was context that he
To
left
it,
out,
yes.
which makes it a lie.
Yes,
Well, he called it a full-out loan. What the guy from France said was, if they want to pay it back, then it becomes a loan.
Yes.
But this guy, I mean, the worst thing President Trump did was day one, when he goes to church, and then the lady says, I want you to have compassion and all that. The pastor of the church says, I want you to have compassion for, all people, because, all people are people. They're created equal, whatever, all this stuff was said. And then he came out and had a press conference, said, I didn't like that. I didn't think that was good. I think it was a bad sermon or whatever. Like, what president does that? Who calls out a person of the cloth? I mean, it's like, how in the world? I mean, this guy, his soul is burning in hell as we speak.
Damn, Chris.
Hey,
It's not even waiting for him. It's literally gone and say, you know what? I'm just going to start cooking now. Get it started.
Facts, 100%. Oh man, Chris, I wish you didn't have to do it. You could have been here a lot longer for the stream.
I know.
I like the way Macron handled it, though.
What's that?
I like the way Macron handled it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Put his hand on his arm. No, Mr. Trump, sorry. You're wrong, sir.
Yeah.
Facts. And yeah, so Roberto, what are your thoughts on that part? Because I heard you say, oh, wow, real quick.
Like I said, oh, wow, if I was a prime minister, a president, a dignitary, I would never visit this guy.
Mm-mm.
The rest of the world sees what's going on. They're watching this with a fucking scope, and they're all preparing for this madman. If you could see, like, I watch Al Jazeera, I watch all these other different news channels opposed to CNN, and I see all these fucking meetings going on all around the world, Africa, EU, Middle East, all of these, and all mention Trump. They're all getting together to prepare for this madman.
100%. And not to mention the fact that the enemies are getting together as well. You know what I mean? Russia and China are getting
Russia
together.
and China got together before.
Yeah, I know, but
Putin has had a meeting.
in
He was
Ukraine.
talking about how he and the guy over China are going to have a conversation. So that's scary. That they're
And
constantly
how-
in talks all the time. That's scary.
North
But he
Korea
just
sent troops
he
over
just
there.
put the tariff on China.
He did.
Putin's just going to go over to China and say, listen, I got my hand up the puppet's ass. Don't worry about it.
Yep, pretty much.
For real. For real. For real. It's scary times we're living in, guys. It really is, man. And I don't know what the full effect of this tariff stuff is going to be yet, but I have a feeling it's like Danny said, it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better.
How could you not talk about politics, man?
I know.
When it's so outlandish like this.
I know. And it's American politics we're talking about more than anything, Roberto. You know what I mean? It's
Well,
it's like
the decisions they're making that are causing these ripples. They're throwing the rocks in the water.
Yeah, 100%. But it's like a soap opera we're watching. You know what I mean? That's affecting everybody around it. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Roberto, tell the people where they can find you, sir.
You can find us right here venting shit like this, getting it off our chests with special guests with Chris and Danny and my boys them JG and Bigger Ford Entertainment.
Yes. We have Mr. Knight who came to join us for tonight. And I know you would have had a lot more to say, but he had a little bit issue. But I promise you, the next time we do it, you'll be on here so you can say what you have to say. Or if you have any last words before you shout out your channel, if you have any last words to say, do that.
I could be on for a little while. Here's what I'll do. I'll hold my words for later because I just think in about another week we're going to have another topic to talk about. This guy is a walking cartoon.
Yeah, Roberto said that.
Every Sunday you're opening up the paper to see what the hell crazy stuff is going to be in the strip, and you're going like, what in the world? I mean, okay. Anyways. I'm Chris Knight, Real Review 3000. Of course, here occasionally when I can on Bigger Ford Entertainment over on the Road to Wisdom with Danny and Chaos Central, of course. Still doing the Masked Singer stuff. Have a new one out tonight and still rolling with that. But thank you for having me for the short time I was here on. So, if we can talk about this stuff again, absolutely. But thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you for coming. And you're going to be doing the watch party, not the watch party, the round tables, right?
Yes. Is that Sunday?
Okay. We'll talk later. I'll let you know. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
JG, you know what to do, brother.
JG Shaolin, terrific, the undisputed final boss of the 36 Chambers of Shaolin. Why? Thank y'all for tuning in for this fire stream tonight on the O.O.C with host Nzo, aka the Abbott, and the Osiris of the Sheet Spliff King, and the Professor of Gunja, alongside the co-host Roberto, aka Mr. 100, aka No Trouble Did anything gonna be Irie. No woman, no cry. Of course, check us out next week, Tuesday on Superwise channel, where we do suffer through another episode of Daredevil Born Again. Oh my goodness. And check out my uncle on the GGC doing big things over there. And the amazing, the outstanding, the charismatic, always man of the hour, the United States finest police officer, Semper Fi himself, Dr. Stacey Illis, because he suffers from that realness. If you smell what Daddy's cooking, and please check out Chris, the last Don himself, the knowledgeable one, Chaos Central, and everywhere else he wants to be, because he is that guy.
Thank you, everybody, for Thank you, everybody, for popping in. Much appreciated. Yes, I messed up. Papa Socks, Elihu-Who, Dandelion, Mike DQ, everybody that came in here and was in the chat, Bruce Lee. Thank you guys for popping in. Beaming Kun was up in the house too. And no, Beaming Kun, I don't brush my teeth with onions. I don't know where that came from. It's JG's, and I didn't see that. Mike, thank you for popping in. I just now seen that.
I thought you saw it. That's what I said earlier. I thought
like,
you already saw
you
it.
guys like high school kids, man, or elementary kids.
Oh,
Every time
man.
I log in, I look to see what you guys wrote over there.
Oh yeah, I got something for you. I got something for you, JG. Paul was in the house. Anik Jones was in the house. Thank you guys for popping in. We will be back next week with another episode. I'm gonna end it with this, and then we out.
Hey, fuck Trump. I'm gonna say one thing. Fuck Trump.
Peace, love, and hair grease, guys. See you on the next one.
Where's the no?
When it comes